After what happened to Zurump, somewhere out there wishes real life to imitate art. The development just gets crazier and crazier. No, it's not because Shinpachi went there, thus ending the series prematurely. It's because Hell has returned to Edo. It just can't catch a break. The Altona Terminal's explosion was unexpected, but it's a signal for the series to return to its serious form. This engaging chapter got me excited from its amusing and thrilling twists and turns. Instead of the chapter recapping last time, it goes into Shinpachi's point of view as he too goes off on a chase. Similar to Kagura's chase scene, he undergoes a heartfelt moment. The first flashback tells the moment when Kagura confirmed the hair belongs to Gintoki. The second one, however, is the solid proof that he has returned, with Otai breaking the news. Those are enough to convince Shinpachi to return after him, desperately to reach for the development that he has been waiting for. Since Otai did break the news, that does mean the heroines are there searching for Gintoki. The build-up to the reunion has been strong, and with each passing chapter, slowly but surely everyone will be at one place. And then it goes into the moment when the explosion happens. But this time, it focused more on Shinpachi's point of view. It's somewhat haunting to see how a flash of light just happens, portraying like the end of the world is here. It's not, but the sensation gave me that feeling. Speaking of feel, there's a heavy scene with Shinpachi blinded by the flash, but barely can only see Gintoki from afar. It's not really him, but it's the fragment of an illusion that speaks deeply of Shinpachi's character. I thought it was heartbreaking enough with Kagura from the last chapter, but this one really hits me. Because of how well addressed his character has been, I can feel his pain for trying to reach Gintoki. He has been miserable as his salvation is him, but the imaginary metaphor is depressing. Once Gintoki disappears, he will remain empty like his surroundings. This is taking the phrase, flash before your very eyes, to a different level. The scene fades back to reality while his hand is still reaching. This was such a touching scene that has me constantly begging for a proper reunion already. Then it hits me. Whatever happened to Gintoki saving Kagura scene? There's still hope, right? It's pretty unfortunate for the civilians to go into an uproar state of panic once again. It's only 2 years ago that they had to fight to survive. Now they had to deal with another major disaster. I do like the scenery to be close as possible to real life scenario. Even has the news reporter to issue a state of emergency. Maybe he will begin narrating the battle and hype it to be worse than 2 years ago. It upset me when I saw Kagura alone, which means Gintoki probably left her after he protected her. Someone at the discussion board said that perhaps it wasn't him at all, which probably would upset me even more, honestly. It's very much like him to drop the act and protect her, like a doting father. Kagura reveals what happened. The good news is, it was in fact him, so I was very glad. The bad news is, he had her bra over his face. Unlike the loincloth mask, the bra man had a short life, for he was kicked to space. You know what? I'll forgive Sorochi for making me laugh out loud for the dumbfounded reason to delay the reunion. It's comical that Kagura actually believed it's just a pervert that wanted to hug her. Well, when she put it that way, she has every right to kick him to space. Man, it sure sucks to be him. His timescale is nothing but a pervert with different disguises, if you get what I mean. Sogo reappears after the hunt on Shinjaku. Begs the question, what happened to him? Is he still fascinated by samurai? It can only mean that more characters continue to resurface for a sweet reunion. That is until the breaking news happens. Zurump was murdered by Tatsuki. If you hate Trump to the core, then this is probably good news for you without appearing complete sadist. Joking aside, I doubt Kasura has died, but it is a bit disappointing that we didn't get to see the battle. Man, I was so hyped, but I guess it wasn't meant to be shown. That aside, the timing could not be any worse than now. It's practically 2 bombshells news worthy to break the country apart. creating a massive chaos. Even has fake news with the blame towards the anti-government. But it was Takasugi, the lone wolf, that killed them and pays no mind to be known. I'm not too surprised to know Gintoki has recovered from that kick to space. It's a good time to return with Takasugi, now that he's done dealing with his old friends. It's not the proper reunion I was hoping for, but at least everyone knows that he's around. Now it's time for Takasugi and Gintoki to go on to their mission, to save Shoyo. That's what I would like to say, but Gintoki instead threatens him for answers. Now that I think about it, why was Takasugi doing there in the first place? From there on, it gets seriously thrilling. I gotta say, Takasugi's true agenda got me chills. There's no doubt that he's still on a mission to save Shoyo, but he never stated how he will begin. His reason to go to Edo isn't to wait for Tendoshu to arrive on their own will. He's going to lure them by destroying the terminal, which was their backup plan. Without backup, all they have left is the heart. To create chaos, the terminal and the prime minister must be taken out. Translation, he used Edo as bait. Oh dear God. It's damn insane to do it all for someone who still has the potential to be a villain in the end. Was it a joke for Gintoki to meet up with his friend so they can do anything to them for their need? Takasugi got me shivering when he practically told him to understand what they are capable of. It sums up everything up to this point. Since they are aware of their action to be unfit for everyone, they can do whatever it takes to reach their goal, no matter the damage caused. Gintoki never signed up for this. It's odd because I can see it happening with Takasugi, but his friendliness convinced me to relax and hope for the best. It's not necessarily a heel evil turn, but it's an act that is desperate to succeed as soon as possible, in which Gintoki never agreed on, let alone uninformed. I was growing anxious with the direction it was heading to because those cold stares can only mean a fight is about to break out. By God, it did, and I was instantly glued. Skipping Kasura's fight for this is fine by me. Then Naraku shows up out of nowhere. Damn, there goes my hype for the battle again. It's all cool though, since it's one exhilaration after another. Out of context, the scene looks like Takasugi has gone evil with Naraku. The idea is Takasugi can't prepare for Tendoshu's arrival since Naraku is at Edo. He goes for the heart and abandons Gintoki to go on his own. Every man for themselves, as they say. He's no stranger with that phrase. I was ready to accept the chapter's end, where Takasugi goes on his own, escaping with the heart. Then out of nowhere, someone robs the heart from him. And when I saw the wardrobe, for some reason, I gasped. You thought Zurump was killed? That's technically true still. But no one can kill the one and only Kasura. All of a sudden, the battle that was skipped can happen under the true way of a samurai. I love the fact he has gone back to his original design. Also, it's great to see him to step in without standing by to see how his friends deal with it. Now, he joins the conflict and settles the problem. What an exciting development! I thoroughly enjoyed this chapter for its engaging moments, whether it's the comedy with Gintoki continuing to be the pervert man roaming around Edo, or the seriousness of the chaos that split the friendship apart. The presentation does a great job presenting the intensity from Takasugi's dark vibe. Got me goosebumps for what was about to happen. The ending is a great way for not only Kasura to reappear, but for Zhao 3 reunion. All hail Zhao Patriot Kasura! And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. Man, I'm so excited for the next chapter. I'm so hyped to see Kasura once again. And I can see them fighting this time while Gintoki takes care of Naraku. But maybe something else will happen. All I know is we have Zhao 3, but not exactly in a friendly term. But I'm still excited to see what happens next. What do you think of this chapter? What do you predict is going to happen next? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.